Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I've always been convinced of the motivational value of music in language learning. And today I'm going to try to convince you of the positive effects of music. So, my name is Pascal ARCHIMEDE. I'm an ESL trainer. I'm also a pedagogical engineer. And I have implemented a training sequence within which music is the main educational tool. This approach has been the subject of a book entitled Musique en formation linguistique professionnelle, which was published in 2014 in French, and then it was published in 2015 in English under the title Musique in Professional Language Training. Before going further, I would like to show you a report that was broadcast on a French TV channel.
Pour son travail, Chantal doit apprendre l'anglais. Problème, elle se laisse facilement envahir par le stress. Elle a donc choisi d'essayer la méthode musicale enseignée par Pascal ARCHIMEDE.
C'est vrai que la méthode de Pascal m'a donné confiance en moi et m'a donné envie vraiment d'aller plus loin. Du fait on est porté par la musique, porté par le rythme, on choisit ses chansons, donc on a déjà une approche personnelle qui aide.
Une approche originale et personnalisée, mais néanmoins complète.
Il s'agit d'apprendre l'anglais à partir de la musique, donc à partir d'une chanson de l'artiste préféré du stagiaire. Je mets en place des activités de manière à pouvoir renforcer et développer les 4 compétences linguistiques que sont la lecture, l'écriture, l'écoute et le parler, en y ajoutant une touche culturelle qui pour certains linguistes serait la 5e compétence linguistique.
Et ça marche. Chantal a déjà obtenu 3 diplômes en anglais et son professeur n'y est pas étranger.
Vraiment, je ne sais pas comment le remercier parce que c'est un plaisir de travailler avec lui.
Une méthode qui pourrait permettre aux Français de se remettre à niveau. En juin dernier, une enquête classait la France parmi les pires élèves européens en langues étrangères.
Have a good week, Pascal.
The same to you. Oh, bye-bye.
Fine.
So, some of you might say, learning English with music, obvious. To me, my answer is not that much. Why? Because I have noticed that the more we advance within the school system, the less music is used. Personally, I had excellent results using music in primary and secondary schools. So I said to myself, why not use music in a professional context with corporate objectives? To present you this approach, I will first tell you about the genesis of the project. And then I will show you how it's been built and analyzed. Originally, I was working with 2 groups of people. The first one was made of job-seeking people, and the second one was composed of employees in the hotel industry. In terms of programs, we had seen the present tenses with their habits and their current situations. Then we saw the past tenses with their socio-professional background, and the next step was the future tenses with their socio-professional projects. I had 8 hours to reach my objectives. In fact, this is the diagram I had in mind when I was about to implement this training sequence. Roughly, the idea was to use a song by the trainee's favorite artist. And from this song, I had to design activities to develop and reinforce the 4 language skills, so reading, listening, writing and speaking, while adding a cultural touch. Once the artist was chosen, I had to find a song in line with the objectives I was telling you about. So in this case, the chosen artist was Shade, who is an English-speaking artist, and I selected the song When Am I Going to Make a Living, which was released on the album Diamond Life, released in 1984. So roughly this is the story of someone who had difficulties in life and who was projecting in the future. I presume this is a lady. She had difficulties in life and she was projecting in the future. So in terms of result factors, we've had a 90% success rate. So by 90% success rate, I mean that 90% of the trainees reached the targets set at the beginning of the training session. In terms of satisfaction rate, we've had a 100% satisfaction rate, which means that literally they told me, and they wrote it down on paper, that they really loved this way of learning English. As a conclusion, I would say that all capacities, to me, all capacities of music as an educational tool are not fully exploited. What I've tried to do was really to combine business with pleasure, because we are in a professional context. With this approach, I really believe that we could boost motivation and reduce anxiety and get, of course, positive results. My target is really to make a contribution to this still-in-progress building, which is language teaching today. This book, so the book which is available on Amazon, was first published in French and then in English, and I really hope that it will be translated in additional languages. Thank you for your attention, and feel free to ask me questions.